Okay, so I've been using a TWS speakers, earbuds, whatever I want to call it, from a really long time. And you might be also one who is thinking to buy one, and you might have got stuck what to get and also get confused what should be best for you. Don't worry, this video is completely regarding that thing. These are my personalized tips for you before you go ahead and buy any type of TWS. And so without any further ado, let's get started. So there are the three types of TWS personally which I have seen around and came down with. But first is the TWS itself, truly wireless speaker. And firstly the neckband. There is also the headphones, and there are also the Bluetooth devices, the small TWSs. And so you also get confused of what to get for you. And this is a complete guide, and I have tested from a lot of brands such as OnePlus Bullets are there, Oppo and Cobuds are there, Petron, Noise, that is also the Apple's Sennheiser. Yeah, but this complete guide is for a budget sided range. The expensive sided range has a cool and a huge variety. Depends upon your profession, what you are into, then you can go ahead with that type of stuff. Also, I have tested some of the Bode and Petron, etc. brands on the budget sided range, and you might have also seen sometimes there are some expensive buds which in the sales come in that 5000 range, but they are having its own limitation. And I will be also mentioning some of the cool and some of the weird type of TWSs. So yeah, let's talk about those. Let's start off with some of the basic things which you need to see when you are going ahead to buy a TWS or anything like that. Firstly, the minimum playback time. You must be needed a 50 hours of playback time with case or without case. Basically with case, because without case it won't be having a 50 hours of playback time. Secondly, the Bluetooth version must be the latest one. If your phone isn't having the latest one but the TWS is having, then they will be having a good playback, or you can say that minimum type of latency, which is kind of say really needed when you are doing some of the precision work, or you are watching content on YouTube, or something like scrolling around with the browser or anything related to that. Third thing is basically must need the type C port. Type C port might be a kind of say error type of stuff, but see, you are going to get one adapter only inside the box of your phone. And sometimes there are brands who give the two to support for the USBs, but sometimes you don't get yourself a good TWS who are having a type C port, so you can eventually charge with your phone's power adapter. No need to carry a separate cable with you, which is kind of say really type of creating a lot of mess in your backpack. Also, if you are going ahead to buy a good type of TWS just for the design, there are a good design TWS also, but don't go ahead with those, because sometimes the designs looks cool but the TWS quality and quantity is worst. And designs are mostly in the price of 1000 to 5000. It's completely plastic, and plastic is a really good kind of say substance. Definitely I am not a plastic supporter, but when you are wearing a TWS, they must be a good quality plastic. And so why? Because you need something which is lightweight to carry around and lightweight to wear around. If it's of 15 to 75 grams, then it will be feeling in your ears that it's completely on the heavier side. So that's the point. And so if you sum around this all the four basic needs, then that you will be getting a good quality data. Sum out your stuff, what you do with the stuff, and everything. Such as let's assume I like to watch YouTube content a lot, then the TWS must be having a good Bluetooth quality so that the latency can be easily transferable between the video and the TWS. Secondly, I like to play a lot of games, then the TWS should be having a dedicated game mode or a better quality latency, or you can say the company must be mentioning most of the time the minimum latency what the TWS are having. Third thing, if you are into a lot of sports, athlete and work like that, then go ahead and get yourself a neck band. Why? TWS are a small tiny bit. Sometimes they got fall off if they don't have a air hook. What is the air hook? Air hook is a stuff which completely goes inside your ear and locks itself with your ear and transmit it. Even if you wiggle around, it won't be falling off. So if you are into athlete and stuff, get yourself a neckband. And so why? Because athletes are more into jogging, running, and stuff like that. Also, they play stuff, cricket, it's their baseball, everything like that. There is a lot of athlete work. So if the TWS is a neckband, then it won't be affecting themselves. Whenever they are jogging, running, climbing, whatever it is, they they don't have to worry that TWS will be falling off, because they are completely secure in their ear, and if even they fall, they will be on their neck, which is kind of say very nice. And personally speaking, I am more into the neckband. I will get to that in a bit why I am. And so then you might be asking me, TWS might be the kind of say ignorable stuff now, the basically this small types of TWS. Basically, if you are more into the TWS, I won't be judging for you. But if you are more into the athlete type of work, then I'm suggesting you these TWS. These are the small, tiny lookalike, and there are a lot of variety range, a lot of variety sizes are there, and there are a lot of varieties. So if you are more into that type of stuff, which completely, they are mostly having a lot of good features, and company more focuses on that type of stuff in an expensive range. So if you are already into that type of stuff, it's good. But there should be a good quality basic needs, which I talked about, so you can get a better type of output and better type of quality. Now you might be asking me, could you suggest us some of the good quality TWS brands in under the 5000 range? See, there is sometimes nothing's TWS sometimes come under the 5000 in lot of small variety sales, and they mostly got stock out. They are having the noise cancellation and stuff on the top of it, which are really good features, and so many people go ahead with it. It's completely your choice, but I'm mentioning these companies who are completely around under 5000, and they are good. See, firstly, I personally speaking, you shouldn't go ahead with the white color, because sometimes if you are more into the traveling and stuff, they do get dirty really easily. So I must suggest to go ahead and pick colors like this. This is a black color, and still this is a transparent color, so it is having a dust on it, but you know what I'm trying to say. Go with a kind of say a darkish type of color, so you can easily, it won't be getting dirty, not a racism type of stuff basically. And some of the brands which are as follows. You definitely going ahead with the noise. Noise have a really good varieties of range, and sometimes in a sale there is a lot of TWSs from the noise at a really good range. Also, I've tested one TWS from the noise on this channel. Make sure you check it out. That was a VS series, VS103 I believe, so make sure you check it out. There is also another brand, both TWSs are sometimes, depends what you like, what you wanted, it depends upon that and joggle around with you. But yeah, both have a good varieties of range in a very budget decided factor, and also the design. Also, there is a Cosmic Byte. If you are more into the gaming type of stuff, then I would definitely recommend you the Cosmic Byte, because they are having a dedicated gaming access button for the TWS, which is kind of really nice, and many brands in this range miss out it. And why noise? Because noise is having that premium type of vibe on it, on a lot of lot of devices which they are into already. Also, the Zebronics. If you don't know, Zebronics is a really cool brand as per me, because they have a lot of varieties of range, and they are also into the audio and peripheral stuff. So you can go ahead with the Zebronics, and that range is also sometimes really nice. Patron might be okay, because sometimes they don't have a lot of good quality stuff, but they have some basic needs which needed to be fulfilled. So these are some of the good brands. And also Oppo and Cobuds, if they are under the 5000, or also the OnePlus Bullets, they are sometimes really good. I hadn't tested Realme's and Xiaomi's at TWS, but I have heard some good reviews about it, so I would be mentioning, but I hadn't tested, so I hadn't mentioned them over here. So yeah, those were some of the coolest brand which you should look after if you are going ahead in this range. You might be thinking, should we buy the TWS or speakers or anything like that at 500 INR or something like that? Personally speaking, if it's a reputed brand and if you can find a reputed reviews around the internet, then only go ahead. Just a straight up, only go ahead if you have a positive reviews, because every brand mention the reviews in the bottom section, and depends upon how much ratings it is having the from the 5. So make sure you check it out, because sometimes it's a reputed good brand, but the quality and quality is really bad, or sometimes it's not a reputed good brand and the quality is really nice. So it have its own ups and downs, but my range is from 1000 INR to 5000 INR, not in sale basically. So in that range, you can definitely go ahead. Sometimes you even get active noise cancellation, and which is normalized. And also check it out as two type of stuff, the in-ear type of and the roundish type of. So you can, you know what type of stuff you like, and then only go ahead with that stuff basically. So yeah, those were some of the things which you should definitely look after before going ahead and buying any type of TWS. TWS contains three type of headphones, neckband and stuff. And if you are more into the normal type of stuff, then headphones could be a good option. And if you are more into the gaming type, long stream hours and having a video editing, then only headphones will be there. But I have given more focus to the TWS and the neckband, because I have tested a lot of variety range in that sector, and the headphones are, having their ups and downs. Sometimes you can get a good one, and sometimes the drivers are really off. So I hadn't mentioned the drivers because companies drivers are sometimes really chunky, such as suggested 13 millimeter drivers, but it sounds like a 3 to 4 millimeter driver, something like so I hadn't mentioned anything about that. But in my experience with a lot of brands, OnePlus, Oppo and Co, that is also the Noise TWS, Petrons, also followed by the I believe the Zebronics, and in also you can get a good quality in the board too. And in sometimes that same brands, except the Oppo and the OnePlus, are having that well undecided millimeter drivers. So I hadn't mentioned those. But yeah, let me know what do you think about this video, and what you look after before you go ahead and buying any type of TWS. It will be starting a good conversation in the comment section down below. This was Captain Diaz. You're watching Keras Indias. Like, share, subscribe. Gonna be appreciating our work. I'll catch you in the next video. Stay safe, stay connected. Peace out.